Afterwards, they find a bar called Fug Tug, where the stolen paddy wagon is. Patrick and SpongeBob hunt down the car key, aka Golden Spatula, with much difficulty where Patrick is fighting for so many thugs and SpongeBob is getting flung around left and right. Once they get the key and drive out of there, their temptation of ice cream gets to them, leading to the duo falling into a horrible trap. Patrick didn't think twice of it seeing skulls and bones, and instead followed, "Let me change my ice cream flavor to chocolate." SpongeBob holds onto the monster's head while Patrick fights it off. They try to escape, but in the process lose the paddy wagon. As they cry in their despair, Mindy comes along and uses her magic to make them into real men. With their newfound confidence, SpongeBob and Patrick face all the monsters in the trench and comes out unscathed. Even end up destroying some giant television showing advertisements for Plankton, until Dennis arrives. Dennis forcibly removes their manhood and assaults the duo. Somehow they survive the battle, but Dennis pulls out his trump card, which ends up being his spiky boots. As he laughs, knowing he will kill them with his first stomp, a colossal boot stomps Dennis himself, saving the heroes with a deus ex machina. Of course, this is short-lived as Bigger Boot ends up being the Cyclops and captures the Sea Dwellers back to Cell City. SpongeBob and Patrick dream that they're in a Goofy Goober racing course of sorts, before waking up in Cell City with dried up fists everywhere. Up until this point, throughout their journey to Cell City, they encounter thugs, monsters, rural citizens, the club life, volcano sauce, and an ice cream kidnapper. And then worst of all, Dennis. Both SpongeBob and Patrick survive Dennis, but could not handle the Cyclops, as their fate is determined by the ornaments with googly eyes glued to them. Since they are the main characters, they miraculously use the power of friendship to send a big enough teardrop to the power and free them from the heat. After miraculously escaping the Cyclops' wrath by riding the crown out of Cell City, they soon find a miracle in the form of David Hasselhoff, who gives them a ride on his back while he turbo swims back to Bikini Bottom. Of course, Dennis comes back to take his revenge this time, facing SpongeBob. However, it gets outplayed and is never seen again. To extend the game a bit, instead of using Hasselhoff's chest as a cannon like in the movie version, they instead go through Plankton's dystopia, fighting off an abundance of strong foes and solving some tricky puzzles to try and stop Plankton from winning. Though they did fail to stop him from living towards a Krusty Krab, Minnie brings back the fallen paddy wagon for the duo to drive through the depressing city and arrive just in the nick of time to save Mr. Krabs, return Neptune's crown, and beat Plankton. Had it not been taken into account that even if they succeed, they would still have to face a mind-controlled King Neptune, SpongeBob still ends up victorious against Plankton, returns the crown to its proper owner, unfreezes Mr. Krabs, and both him and Patrick are celebrated as heroes for saving the city, compared to the movie where only SpongeBob is congratulated. Of course, to make it more wholesome, SpongeBob finally gets promoted to manager